Get a quick warm-up game in before this league game, goddammit.
But I'm also going to go over a defensive that, in my opinion, is one of the best base defenses for run or pass. The formation itself is the 3-4 odd. Now, the play I'm going to show today is the cover 4 drop show 2. This has been an overpowered defense for a very long time. Now, as far as this play goes, I picked random run play. I'm not really going to do too much. I can run. Number one, I don't really have to do anything. Cover 4 is a superior run defense. These safeties just naturally fill the run lanes. And I'll go ahead and I'll let it run without any adjustments. I brought him down to the box a little bit, but I'll just show you guys without any adjustments what these safeties typically do. Now, he made some moves there, got more yards than he will when I put in my setup. But just so you guys know, whether you're playing this on current gen or next gen, cover 4 is just always one of the best run defenses. And you can see the amount of coverage we get. But like I said, we don't get cover 4. Typically, these safeties will walk down and fill runs. You can see, the first one there to make a play, but he kind of overshoot a little bit. He meets him 2 yards past the line. So just as it's set up, the safeties make this defense an elite one. So without a doubt, just know that if you don't because some of the tricks I'm going to show you today is going next. Now, as far as the setup goes, there's quite a few steps. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit wide triangle. On the baseline, I'm going to show blitz. Wide triangle again, show blitz. Now, the wide triangle right on the left stick, then wide triangle left on the left stick. So that's basically going to bring out my alignment like this. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to basically pinch my entire defense, which is going to be right bumper R1, then down on the left stick. The reason I'm doing that, I don't know why, but since I've been pinching my defense, it's just been kicking this run game or this run defense up an entire notch. I do this out of a lot of blitzes too. I just find that for whatever reason, number one, there's no lanes, but number two, you can see we still have outside contained most of the time, and this just show blitz again to back these guys off. Which I think is just fine because ultimately I find that hard flatting with a blitz like this is going to make the most sense. So this is pretty much going to be the base. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my D-pad to the left and down to finish that defensive line. Then I'm going to go in the opposite direction. D-pad to the right and down to basically blitz all my linebackers. Then the last thing I'm going to do is D-pad to the left and slant outside. I don't have a setup in the description. I know that's a lot. Now there, I didn't even do everything. But you can see this. I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't even do the full setup right. And I still got the sack. Obviously, there's only 5 blockers, so that plays a big part. But let's go to the replay, because like I said, I didn't even do everything I was supposed to be doing. But you can see the alignment. The fact that I'm hard blocking, the fact that these safeties are a little bit closer to the box than normal, it's going to make it to the point where they get involved in early routes, maybe a little bit sooner than normal. But ultimately, I did have that. So even though these guys are backed off, they wouldn't play down to the point where they get away the short chunk of releases. Now, as far as the blitz goes, I want to typically be down over the center, but you can see once again, we have an additional guy sprinting in, so nobody's going to really get open in the amount of time needed. So basically, it's a 6-on-5, which is pretty obvious. But the purpose of this is ultimately this alignment, this spread, this angle is why these guys will basically sprint in past anybody. As you can see, this just going to take That's something that I feel like my set of So first we'll do it with a really nice job by them picking up the run game and detecting it, blocking it, and turning it into a nice run. A lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers that come in a little bit high, they don't have great leverage, and they're easily turned to the side. I've been doing it for over a year. I can do it with a blindfold on. So then I'm going to do 2 action steps. Number one, this is a play-action play. So but I find that the best way to get pressure on a play like this, and the majority of these plays, is going to be taking this guy here, whoever's over the running back, and bring him in. This is going to be my leader. I bring him into the line because I want this offensive line to shake him like that. So basically, the path to the around the running back is going to be quickest from this defensive end, the guy opposite the running back, because the play action is going to take him out of the play. And he being on this side basically gives me the opportunity to basically just drop back right away or cover the running back more. You know, if I hard flat or whatever I want to do, whatever I decide to do, this gives me an option to basically be the center of the field or to be you know, like I said, take away the running back or whatever. So I'm going to stay over this tackle for just a second, then basically come back and see what guy just gets him free, which is something that I put out in my previous scheme. Now, I can get heat off of both sides. It really just depends on what I decide to do as far as what I decide to do. So I'm going to do a setup one more time, and I'm going to bring this guy up. I'll bring it down over the side, and you're going to see both sides are going to come off the edge on both sides. So you see I mean, that's just like stealing. So we're going to pick that play again. Now I'm going to pick a play where I have at least a running back block with no play action. No play action. Like right here, the inside cross. So we're going to have a 6-on-6 now. As you can see, that's my setup. I mean, that's how quick it takes me to do it. That was like a half a second. I didn't really. I know, like I said, I've been doing this a long time. If you didn't watch it, that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right in midfield. Pretty quick. 2 yards, the loss, 2nd and 12. The center, basically just, hold this center for a second. Sometimes I can do it long enough to hold the running back. You just have a guy flying off the edge, even the running back blocking. He ended up blocking nobody. Now, this is also something that I saw in another breakdown where essentially lining up just to the left the center can help. And I think that in this particular instance, it helped to keep the running back forward because I think that the guard is going to A-gap. But ultimately, that's really a good part of this. Drops this off to a short. Getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. I don't have to engage, but I basically just have to hold that spot for long enough for a blocker to mismatches. So go really again, like I said, really the setup
can also help establish some rhythm,
is the most important part is definitely getting blitz and definitely zone coverage. Like I said, for whatever reason, I hear that it helps to have your arrow pointing on the opposite end of the tight end. I'll go ahead and do the other way. This is 3rd and short. Let's see if we get the blitzer off the other side.
On play action, it's Carr.
Blitzer off the same other side. So that's something to come out with. Like I said, it's nothing that I haven't really messed with before. But we have a 6-on-6.
And none better than the one
right there, make sure we get everybody in position here. And we have a very easy play. Like I said, I got to come down right into this guy. You can see he's still peeling off. And we're still getting a free runner pretty much every single time. So very easy blitz to set up. Like I said, it's the same as the blitz that I showed. I showed the blitz earlier this year, and I showed it last year. It's the exact same setup. But ultimately, I feel like the cover 2 is probably much better coverage. Now, one of the things that I like about my setup, I'm not sure if we can do this out of first setup, is you can actually shoot it at gas when it comes to one place. So let's go ahead and pick that one more time. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to go, I guess we'll just go to the inside zone. Because that's probably what's coming. So pick that. So really easy setup, at least for me. I know a lot of people are probably going to struggle with this at first. But you can shoot gaps with this, which is basically just stand back right at about the position to get you. And then you can see how I can basically just run across and take people out. So basically, that's one of the reasons that I like this setup. A lot of people don't know that you can, I don't know if you can do that with the pro setup. I know I can do it with this setup. I just don't get too close to the line, and then basically just get right inside, and you can take out run plays. Because we're going over what I think is without doubt the best run defense in Madden 22 right now. I'm sure you guys a run defense glitch that I put on the previous video. I'm also going to go over a defensive play that, in my opinion, is one of the best base defenses for run or pass. The formation itself is the 3-4 odd. Now, the play I'm going to show today is the cover 4 drop show too. This has been an overpowered defense for a very long time. Now, as far as this play goes, I picked random run play. I'm not really going to do too much. I can run. Number one, I don't really have to run. Cover 4 is a superior run defense. These safeties just naturally fill the run lanes. And I'll go ahead and I'll let it run without any adjustments. I brought him down to the box a little bit. But I'll just show you guys without any adjustments what these safeties typically do. Now, he made some moves there, got more yards than usual when I put in my setup. But just so you guys know, whether you're playing this on current gen or next gen, cover 4 is just always one of the best run defenses. And you can see the amount of coverage we get. But like I said, if you don't just pass on cover 4, typically these safeties will walk down and fill run lanes. You can see the first one there they played, they kind of overshoot a little bit. He meets him 2 yards past the line scrimmage. So just as it's set up, the safeties make this defense an elite run defense. So without a doubt, just know that if you're on current gen, because some of the going to show you today on your connection.
That's what you're supposed to have had better. Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
It's going to give you a lot of really good pass coverage as well. This is pretty much how I can do it. Now, if I want to, I want to back these cornerbacks off. Sometimes that's a good time for that.
down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete. Maybe a little more anxious in the pocket than instantly
No,
he didn't, because it wasn't his moment.
Good D, good D.
I think he might have had it right.
Now, I know a lot of people think that this got passed, but did not. We'll see right here that these guys are going to run from it, but take my word for it. It's a pass play, they wouldn't run from it. Unless you're on current gen concepts. Current gen time, I got run from it. Trick. But like I said, every other setup I showed you, I'm going to do this once, and then the rest of the time we're going to do it.
Zerline's kick is up and through.
An amazing
And the Cowboys are going to jump out 2 or 3.
If you guys didn't catch that video with the
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard.
So we're going to go ahead and pick up for this time we're going to purposely pick a pass play. We're just going to pick that double pump go. So I'm going to do the exact same setup. Like I said, I'm going to run commit. I'm also going to do the hard flats. So like I said, we're going to do the rank commit. I'm going to hit the bumper down on the play. You can see right there on the screen. And you're going to see how this is going to have, it's not run commit, which is, like I said, it's a glitch. It's a glitch based off the fact that you don't have, he's just throwing the ball away. It's based on the fact that you have 3 down linemen pass rushing. That is the reason that this works. So if you were to make a mistake, like say you have a 4th guy, okay, you do the exact same thing. I did mess up there a little bit, but it doesn't really matter because it's going to go off the wall. So we want to make this time. Now that we have a 4th guy going in, watch what happens. Not only that, the 4th guy, but also a linebacker. You're going to see how all these guys again. So, like I said, it's real simple. You just need that freedom.
It's too many yards, fellas.
Yeah, there is another way to do this. But going to put it back on if you're on current gen and you want the same benefits, I would just say blitz all. This is going to give you, obviously, less pass coverage, but this is something that you can do. If you want the same, similar effect when it comes to run committing and receiving, so that's something that actually gives you a blitzes anyway. So I don't really find that it's a huge disadvantage, but you can see it.
He threw it to the wrong dude. Good looking out.
So, like I said, this is something that you're going to get.
And I think that discouraged him from taking off.
This one today is going to be one of the best pass defenses and blitzes you can find in the game right now. I've seen people as far as some pro players call it meta defense right now, but I'm not really sure if that's the case. This is really the defense is really good. You're going to have to resort to a formation like this. The formation itself is 2-6-7. Also known as the dollar formation. Some players will have dollars and players will have 2-6-7. You want to get a little bit of pressure and step it up a little bit. This is definitely the base defense for me. The number one defense in the formation, in my opinion, is a DB flyer too. Now, as far as this setup goes, I mean, I hit random gun. I don't know what happened. It gave me just random whatever. But this is actually perfect. A formation like this, because they're disguised really well. These cornerbacks are disguised to a point where it looks like they're
panic button.
But if you calculate it, this is even better because all you really have to do is choose whatever side has the least receivers, and I'm going to lift this guy into the gap. This is basically what's going to get me to I'm not going to stay here very long. I got to drop back immediately and take away 16's the slot receiver on the left there. But this is pretty much it. You don't really have to do anything. I like to slant my guys outside, my defensive line a lot of time, although here doesn't look to really make a difference. But there we go. Now I guess we can figure out the first time. This will help to get these, in my opinion, it works either way, but this will help to get these outside
right
off the edge easily. So I'm going to go ahead and defense, bring the safeties down.
Tighten up, fellas.
Short passing concept is pretty much going to be what you need to beat this defense. You get
We got tired.
like that. This is pretty much going to be the base setup. And defense will have something like this. Now your safeties, you can leave them back. There's a lot of different things to do. The only other thing I would say is make sure you get the pass. Get the pass is one of the things that we especially at least in the time. So let's go ahead and let's take this off to the offensive play now. Like I said, I'm not staying on the wall. Gotta get back.
Tighten up, fellas. Tighten up.
We have a running back in the backfield, which is going to be typical. Whenever you have a running back in the backfield, this guy here, he has a much lesser chance to get pressure than the guy on the other side, because this guy on the other side here, even the running back is pass block. Play action, he won't be able to turn around quick enough to take away this blitzer. And even if it isn't play action, watch him rotate over and pick up this blitzer. So you don't want to set the defense for that guy. So all I'm going to do is basically use your gap over the running back to make sure that that guy really gets the attention, at least the line will shift in my direction. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to do my sub again. Slant outside, my defensive line, guess pass, of course, I have to do it in this gap rule. We do a lot of other things like punch guard, which I did. I can press my entire defense, all that stuff, but that's really up to you. So as far as this play goes, except the running back does go out on a pattern, and you can see right there, we get an easy sack off the edge. Hopefully I'll get some looks where the running back is blocking. A couple things about this defense that I like. Number one, I think cover 2 is one of the better defenses in the game right now. And I've said that multiple times. I think a lot of people feel that cover 2 is really the best one to play. So that's something, but we will not stop the run very well. That's something you have to keep in mind. This is not a good run defense. Here I spoke the defensive line out a little bit. That should help as well. But this is pretty much all you're going to do. Like I said, this is something where if it's a run play, it's going to be dashing anyway. So it doesn't really matter. I'll show you guys the run defense here in a minute out of this formation. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter. So like I said, drop back on this tight end, really open, get the cornerback off the other side. Other than this, going to be regular formation. The formation itself is the 3-4 odd. Now, if I had to pick a play that I would say is my favorite play in this formation, the one that I call the most, it would definitely be the pinch dog 2 press. Now, as far as this setup goes, number one, you're going to want to change your defensive quarterback and linebacker safety and all that stuff. We're going to show blitz based on the show blitz. That's basically going to bring all these linebackers down, basically create a 7-man front. Now, from here, you don't really have to make any adjustments at all. I could leave this just like this, and I'm going to get pressure 9 times out of 10. I like to put my user on a blitz and then always want to guess the pass. Guessing pass is probably the most important thing, because if it's a play action, the outside linebackers they're going to come in free most of the time. So if you guess pass, they won't bite on the play action. They won't tackle the running back, not mistaken, let the quarterback get away, stuff like that. But then I also want to either make sure, this is not the full set. There's 2 different setups. You could send this setup, which will get you really good pressure, which also an all-out blitz setup, which I'll show you guys here in a second. But number one, that linebacker in the middle next to me is going to drop right into the bunch. I have the opportunity to choose either the running back and play Eagles on a route, or drop it straight back in the middle, which, something I can make post-snap once I see what the play is going on. But this is pretty much going to be the play. I like the soft squats too. I think they did a pretty good job here. You can see the running back's there, but the soft squats takes it away. To me, the soft squats do a pretty good job of covering short or deep. But we'll go ahead and do that again. Like I said, show blitz, baseline, show blitz. That will bring all your linebackers down. And then, like I said,
good shit. Good shit.
Blitz your own guy. Try to stay up for about a half a second. Try to throw against that guard, and then drop back into the run back or we do get a run play here. I'm glad we got a run play because, like I said, this is not a good inside run play defense, and that's exactly what that was. So that's why, like I said, you're going to have to be giant in the spot like that. The punch dog 3 and a quarter, but the setup for all 3 of these plays are going to be the exact same. So let's go ahead and do that again, although there I didn't get to do that because they just called the play. But like I said, cover 2 is not a very good inside run defense just based on the fact that the safety's right back. So you really can get pressure from this setup, but you also have the option to just flat out blitz off. If you do that, you also have, this will give you a really good opportunity when it comes to, basically you're going to get much more pressure. So this is still a scenario where I typically want to use a guy over the running back, but that's just for pressure package reasons. But ultimately, it's really your choice whether you want to use him or use the guy over here next to the punch. I find that the pressure gets it better if you use the guy over the running back. So this is going to be on me to get back. We already saw how
it's all good. It's all good.
Takes care of the running back. So we're going to bring our guys in. Blitz all. That's really the most you have to do.
Motherfucker.
And then, ultimately, I'm in a position where, like I said, I got to drop back on that slot receiver. Close to the line. It looks like a tight end. I'm not pretty sure. But as long as I'm for like a second, you can see both guys coming off the edge. We got a new defense, you guys, and a new defensive blitz that you guys have probably run into and didn't even know. If it feels like every time you run the ball, you just have to guess that you're running and it's really play. You don't know how they're doing it. It's because of the blitz that you guys play. The formation to show this blitz out is 3-5 wide. The play that I'm going to start off with is a 3-set real blitz. Now, the blitz I'm going to show you guys today is something that's going around which can essentially run commit every single play with no gap. As you'll see, all I have to do is hit the L1 or R1 and down to the right stick to run to hit one up the middle. And you'll see that once they run this play, pretty much everybody sells out for a run play. Now, there it didn't burn me because I chose snaps, but you can see pretty much everybody was out. I know the replay, everybody isn't aware of this. You probably should be aware of this. But you can see every play.
Get the football first, and they trail here as well
as
as
we
resume action in the third quarter.
Or any potential run play, leaving all these receivers uncovered. Now, the glitch that you could do to change this is essentially you can run commit every single play and get the benefit of run committing without actually getting the negatives. And the way to do that is real simple. All you have to do in this particular play is zone on, and now you'll see where essentially
I forgot we ain't at home.
They will, for whatever reason, do this for 3 down lines. You won't get that negative. So you can see here, do the run commit. I'm sure it has something to do with good boxing. Maybe it's something that you have to pass because of that. But you can see the second that I run commit, I'll do that again.
Shit, we only had the rock once, didn't we?
Down the right stick. It's not going to matter just as long as I go ahead and I zone all my linebackers. Now, that's not necessarily how I'm going to run this defense, but I'm just showing you that this is going to basically remove that penalty, and now I can run to all game. And now, like I said, this looks good. Obviously, it's pretty pass rush. But let's see what happens when we actually pick our run play and we do the exact same setup. So I'm picking the exact same play. We're going to pick an actual run play, halfback play. Now we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to zone off. We're going to have that same look, and we're going to hit right up the middle. Now, watch what happened. You saw the last 2 times run pass plays. I ran into the incident, and we didn't get any actual run commit against the actual pass play. And now we get a run play look, and everybody crashes again. So you can see, I'm going to replay just to make sure that everybody saw that. You get the exact same look. We run commit, we only have 3 down linemen rushing, and everybody goes in like the normal run commit. So that's really the key to this. Any play in this game, you can do this with. Just as long as you have only 3
KDM.
So like I said, we zone off, we will run every single play. You can run commit as long as you only have 3 down lines. Now, there's one more time, you see everybody here just crashing in, and pretty much every run play is going to get shut down. But you won't have the penalty when it comes to the actual pass plays. So like I said, you can have any single play in this game. You just have to alter the play to only have 3 down linemen. That's why I think this particular play is probably the best. Because number one, you can get a lot of blitzing pressure out of it. We're going to pick that again. We're just going to go random on the other side this time. So now we got random set up. We're just going to do this second again. Zone all, and we're going to run commit. This is probably, like I said, it's one of the easy ways to do it. If you want to, you can always put somebody in hard flat, so you have them right back on that side. I'd say it makes more sense to hard flat to this side. But ultimately, you have your options with those guys. You can do Mabels on both sides. You can do, flood the middle, whatever. And then you can see if we get a run play, we get a straight up run commit, and everything's just getting shut down. So let's go and do that one more time. Like I said, you can hard flat these guys too. Any number of things you can do. So here I got the middle flat, I got the hard flats. I think this is one of the better ways to run it. One of the reasons I like this particular defense too is you can basically, out of the line, do something like this. Make it almost look like a 5-2. So you basically have bottled up to start. And like I said, as long as we have that run commit on, we were pretty much, everything's shut down. All the short routes are shut down. Josh Allen's pretty much got to take off. I should hit the right click button here to basically send them after the quarterback. You can see everything bottled up. This particular play is kind of like a cover 3 match, which is one of the reasons that I like this particular play, is because this particular play, you're going to get really good matching principles when it comes to the actual like I said, I just said it was 5. Nothing's really going to get, through the middle here as far as one play. We're going to hard flats. This looks like the exact same play. Again, because nothing is open.
Good shit.
Pick a slightly different defense. It's like the setup, you can't really beat the setup. It's so simple. All you have to do is zone all, and then run up the middle, and that's going to be really good pass defense. They said you're flat in the middle, you can free roam a little bit, try to take this in the short throw. You see, there's nothing open. The computer is pretty much running every single play based off the fact that number one, these cover 3s are just that much more improved, and number 2, there's just nothing open here. Like I said, I can run the middle game, I can bring this safety down, maybe give myself a little bit of a shorter path because it is one play. I'll do this one more time until we get that one, because you can see there's nothing here. And this guy, Josh Allen, is just taking checkdowns for running with the quarterback, because this is pretty much one of the easiest defenses set up, but it's also going to be one of the hardest to beat. So what I'm going to do here, if you guys want to see more plays out in this particular formation, this is all from my Dolphins/Giants, Eagles, Lincoln, below. Hit the like button one more time so I can do it next. Other than that, thanks for watching that. Need more help or just want to show support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team. Where you can get exclusive content like esports and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.
Good shit.
The Raiders first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. books there on first.
About time for a turnover.
For the cheapest, fastest, most reliable buck coins in the market, check out my coin sponsor at AOEAH.com and use discount code MONEY for 3% off. Link in the description below. Welcome back to Money Keys.
Ooh, I ran right past his ass. Good shit.
Breakdown for you guys today. You guys don't know, every month I try to put out a full breakdown for my normal audience on YouTube. These are all things that are usually found in my ebooks.
Look at the block. Look at the block. That was bad, D. For sure.
Style video once a month. Hit the like and let me know in the comment section. Other than that, let me know what book you guys want me to do next month. I mean, I could do anything.
Look at Bandage.
My team playbooks, my defensive playbooks, my custom playbooks. Let me know in the comment section. Whatever one's most popular. I typically put out. But this one today is my New Orleans Saints playbook, and to me, this is probably my favorite playbook in games here. So this is without doubt probably the biggest, close to 2 hours of content. I'm consistently updating based off of the fact that I use it so much. Now this video has current gen and next gen plays. I will specify in the video and I'll also try to timestamp below when the current gen plays are for the people that are watching this from current gen. So make sure to check the description for timestamps. Other than that, let's go to the right video. Looks like we got the bench split. Bench cover 3 is the RB route on streak. He's going to have a very good play against cover 3. Now, this is a tight end right now, but typically he's put the best receiver there. I just have my third receiver as my tight end. It's going to be easy for a touchdown. If you really want to spread the defense, you can put the running back out on the streak or sometimes to keep that safety over as much as possible. And then you can see you can have a very good play at the same time. He does get past the cornerback. So very easy one-play touchdown against cover 3. And you really have success against any man or zone with the A-route as well. You can see he's not really covered either. So cover 2, cover 3, he'll get outside cover 4 also. And the B-route is a really good man-beating route. Although you can see here he's also going to have success getting outside of the cover 3. So it's very hard to play stop. So I've run this against a man coverage a couple times. Like I said, very easy play, just bullet, pass it outside. You can steal that all game. Next up, we got the corner stretch.
Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Against cover 2, who has any zone with the streak, the RB route, the B route?
Good shit.
But against cover 2 is going to be especially open. But pretty much any zone, okay. The table route is a good play against cover 3 on the left side, cover 3, cover 4. Just typically with more backward pullback so far, they won't be in play. But you get easy one-play touchdowns by streaking the RB route and rushing out the B route. All you really have to do is best run from a hash mark. But you can see we're going to have a lot of success even without doing that.
Good D, good D, good D.
If I run from a hash mark, I'm going to have a wide touchdown. Do that real quick.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived.
Come to the hash mark, get inside the field, and you'll have a lot more success. So do that one more time. So
When you're
now
going to
you're
get it,
out there,
sometimes you
it's
panic as well. Think I've got to
before
be
that
there
safety
right
has a chance to react. That should be gone, but he's coming over and keeping me from scoring a touchdown. But still, he's the one play touchdown. I'm going to put him on a fade this time, see if that really makes a difference. It's going to help him get out there a little bit further. And I want to score a touchdown ready to go. He's just not fast enough. You see, he's almost getting going. Next up, we have the drive. Same setup as the previous play block.
He's inside the 40.
Drive the other route with the X route or the B route on the flat. And this X route here will get past that safety one more time. It's pretty much the exact same concept as the previous play. Next up, we got the mesh spot. Just put the B route on the streak. That's all you really have to do. And you're going to get an easy one-play touchdown over the top against cover 3. You see right there, the big return to that. Now the real route. Next up, we have the Ravens trail. This play is really just a bunch of good man-beating routes. This is the B route. This is called a 2-man. You see it still gets inside release. So any man covers these 3 routes and a bunch of success, including the X route. The X route's a really good man-beating route as well. So this entire play is a man-beating play.
They go down again. some space here.
This guy's at the yard, the air, pretty much everything. It doesn't matter. If it's a one batter, though, we'll have to watch out for him. It's about the goals to get the speed.
Where would these guys be without his performance on the ground?
That
puts him over 100 yards now in the afternoon, and I tell you,
so run from a
he seems to be
halfway
getting stronger as the day goes along.
Streak. I'm going to also block my running back slide protection to the left. You have to wait for this receiver here to cross a certain point before it allows you to pass it again. But you can see it's really easy to play touchdown just as long as you wait for the quarterback to stop. I'll go to the replay to show what happened there. You basically wait for this receiver, number one, this quarterback next to him will stop covering the crosser. At that point, you basically have to wait for this receiver to cross 31 yards, which he does already. And then you can pull it, pass it away from safety. But the ball leaves my hand before that point, and we're allowed to pass it. You can see it's actually pretty close. It's right at that 30-yard marker. So it's maybe the cover's 30, but ultimately, I say 31 yards for you to pass it again.
But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
From the other hash mark, delay fade, slide protection. So I'm going to roll in that direction anyway. And here you can see the cornerback glitches out a little bit more from the other hash mark. So maybe it's not specific to a hash mark, but you can see how either way it had success. So this is what you're watching for with this cornerback. Basically, he's just going to dumb out a little bit and go towards the delay fade. Giving this cornerback for easy, pull up, catch it away from the corner for an easy touchdown, structure for a catch. It's something how the verticals. So I'm going to go motion out.
We're giving up respect to the big guys up front because they've been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first
outside
downs.
of the cover two. Now you can also streak the A route to pull that safety back. But I don't feel like it's 100% necessary on this particular play. I'll do that again. So against cover two, you get a really good play up the sideline for a catch and run as long as you throw that ball on timing correctly once he passes the cornerback and pull it and pass it away from the strong safety. Against cover three, just motion this guy out here. And you'll have a lot of space in the seam to the A route.
So
you
the
can see
Cowboys
this
in
comes
possession
right
of
in
the
here.
football here as we
Looks
get
like
you
a white
reset.
ball. Do a very big play against cover
First and
three. I
goal
like the
this
motion
game,
of
still
that
hanging in the
streak the A
balance.
route.
And maybe
Pretty much all you have to do.
revenge
The A route's
shot.
going to
He's
be a
had his
nice
way in
play.
this one, but this
Especially
time they
when
get
it's
him
the
behind the
sideline. It's
line.
just a good play.
Loss of two there.
Let's look
Second
at the Z
down.
spot to go. So I'm going to do the streak the B route once again. The RB route here will have the most success against cover two, against cover three. You see right there, I should have a touchdown run. I stepped out of bounds. Against cover three, the running back in the flat is a better play. Cover three and cover four, even man cover sometimes if it's not aligned properly. Next up, we have the Z spot. All you have to do is streak the B route. That's pretty much it. The RB route here is going to be the play against just anti-zone coverage. As you can see, he just gets wide open as the safety gets spread too far apart from the cornerback. That's really all you have to do. Against cover three, he'll have similar success, but he'll also bound for a touchdown. It's going to motion out the running back here and put him into a streak. You don't have a ton of coverage without taking the safety away. And then the B route here can have a lot of success right over the top. As you can see, we almost have a one-play touchdown. I'll say it's a one-play touchdown, but a little more speed probably than going. But that's a really easy read. You just have to run it.
We ain't do that right.
Setting up the middle, high, low against
Play some deep.
cover two and cover three. You can motion this guy in from
Now
the
after
street.
the touchdown, it's Zerline.
Go ahead and we'll pick camera two. And you're going to see that the B route really have a lot of success outside. That'd be a very good play. Could typically be going. Except we got the quarterback draw. If your opponent spreads their defense to try to match these wide run formations, you can basically just hit with this draw, and it's a pretty good play. You need a quarterback, and there's also a chance of fumbling, so when I run this a lot of times I will slide, but ultimately it's a bit better run plays, but a lot of people won't necessarily expect. So like I said, fumbles happen, and so we try to slide to avoid that. I even try to slide in.
Good shit, good shit.
Be aware of that. But anytime there's a really spread defense on the line, I think it's still one of those success.
Know what they want to get done, and in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down. Eluding the pressure right.
It's just a really...
Got his man.
Look at this motherfucker.
And all the way inside the 15. Here's Carr. Flush to his right.
Good game, cuz. Good game.
Down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended. Down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal and go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. We've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock? Right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.